fellow budgeters, my name is Brandy and you're watching From Debt to Dreams, and on this channel we're paying off over $400,000 worth of debt. But don't you fret, way more than half of that is our mortgage. Today we're doing a play and pay. This is my very favorite one. Let's see, I batch film, and I do that because I just really love playing with my money, and also, like, I don't know how people can wait to play with their money. And I just like knowing what, how much money I have in my envelopes and stuff. So I have $125 here, but in this batch filming, when I film ahead of time, I'm not like in real time with like what's happening in my life. So, tomorrow, as I'm filming this, tomorrow is my son's 10th birthday. When you see this, it will be like a week after his birthday. So, but, I believe we're going to have a really great time. I'm going to put in a picture right here of Josh working on a homemade happy birthday sign for him, which I thought was really sweet. And then here's a picture of what it looked like. It was a cool undertaking to do the day before. He was bored at home, and I was like, well, let's just make a homemade birthday banner while I'm working. So it's been quite a day. All right. So first things first, my husband and I believe in tithing, and we are not able to tithe as much money as we would like in our monthly budget. So we put our first fruits of this money to, a faith-based savings challenge. I've changed it. Used to be a 6-sided die. Now it's a 10-sided die. I roll a 10-sided die, and we got a 5. So we're going to write a 5 right here. And then when this challenge is done, we put it in our year-end giving envelope, and we don't count how much is in there. And then at the end of the year, my husband and I will donate that money either to our church or to some other organizations that we feel passionate about. So we have 20, 30, 40, 45, and 50 in this faith-based savings challenge from The Faithful Dash. And on the bottom of it, it has Matthew 6:26. So cute. I love it. All right. And then we do this one from Floating Funds. And it says, "You're saving, Harry." And this is going to save us $455. Each row is $28. So that's what we've been doing, and that's what I'm going to keep doing. So I have 20. Let's see if I've got some ones in here. 28 plus 2 is 30, right? So let's do $30 here. And so now we have 300, 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, and 66. 366. And I'm going to color this in real quick. I bought these markers at Five Below, and they're supposed to be like that. I like everybody, you know, you see them on all the coloring talks and everything, these kinds of markers. I'm not a fan. Okay, then we rotate through the rest of them. So this one is from Pansy Budgets, and it is so cute. We've got our Rugrats friends here. So we've got each icon. We rolled a 20-sided die, so there's 6 icons right here, and each one is worth 16. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do one icon each week. And yeah, that's what we're going to do until we finish it. So we'll finish that in 5 more weeks. And when we rotate, if we get to it and we have $16, then we'll do that. All right, this one is My New Pet from Buttercup Budgets, and we roll a 6-sided die, and we got a 4, which means our first pet is a hippo. And let's keep going to see what our second pet is. So we've got 4, 5, and 6. So our next, we got, all right. So we're going to add $6. 1, 2, okay, no. All right, and then we will move on to the next one. Oops. Okay, oh my gosh, we get to finish this one today. I'm very excited. This should be a 7, if I've done the math correctly. And it is 7. 8, 9, 10. All right, so we have finished one. And I'm not gonna ring my bell because you know it's gonna summon my little helper. All right, so we have this one. There's $50 here, 20, 30, 40, 45, and 50. And that's gonna go to kids sports. So let me write that down and we'll put that in the envelope at the end. Okay, so we need a new one for kids sports, and let's do, that one's not stickered yet. Let's do this one from Boss Babe Budgets, and we will make this a roll and save. Look how cute. Look how cute little Blue is. You guys, if you do know me, and you know that I love kids programming. And Blue's Clues is one of my very, very favorites. Okay, so why don't we do a D8 for this one? And then when we come back around, we will do that. So let's fix our dashboard here for Boss Babe Budgets. You hear my dog in the background. She's walking all over our mess from our happy birthday banner that we haven't cleaned up yet. All right, so let's come over here. This one is from BookishMamaBudgets, and we are just gonna do, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna do this? Let's do 10 for right now. I know it's not super exciting that I didn't roll a dice or anything, but each column is 10. So we'll do 10 on our first one, and then if we get to come back around, maybe we'll do 5. Or maybe we'll do another 10. Who knows? Let's see how much money we got. All right, this one is super fun. This is our Otterific Savings Challenge from Betty Budgets. And last week, we used the gold. Did we use the gold? I can't remember. Let's use our little play guy. I got a little play person from, we're just going to say that we used the gold last time we played, and we're here on the otter, okay? And I was rolling a 4-sided die for this one. So let's see where we're gonna go. 3, 1, 2, 3. So that is 2. So I'll put $2 to the side, and we will cross that one off. Okay. 3, 1, 2, 3. So 1. All right, we're still under $5 here. So 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Man, we keep getting on all the ones we've already been on. 4. Okay. Am I even going in the right direction? I am not going in the right direction at all. I was supposed to go this way. Oh my word. Oh well. 4. Okay, so we have $7 that we're putting in there right now. Okay, we're going to put a little sticky. It has the number 20 on it, but I don't really care. We're going to put it right here. And that's going to tell us where we go. That's so funny that I did it backwards. Okay. Then we come to our bee scratchers. I don't know who made these, which is so sad. You can't see them probably on camera, but I have labeled them 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to roll a 4-sided die, and we're going to see which one we're going to scratch on, which is 4, which is this one. Actually, while I'm here, let's do this so we can see them. Okay. So I'm going to do the middle one on every single one first, and then we'll probably, anyway, that's what I'm doing. All right, so that's a 6. So we'll put $6 in and move on. And then we get to come to this one, which is from Plan to Save Designs. And it says Red Hot Chili Peppers, which is hilarious to me. All right, and that is $5. So we'll stop there. Oh my gosh, we get to come back to Pansy Budgets with the Rugrats, and we actually get to put 16 in. So let's do that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these 2 5s back and put in a 10. That's amazing. So we've crossed off Tommy. Now we're going to cross off Phil and Lil. Awesome. Okay. If we come back around, we're going to skip that one because I don't have $16 anymore. All right, let's see if we can find out what our second pet is. So our first one was the hippo. All right, then we've got a dinosaur for 6. So we'll stop there. And we get to come over here. Oh, good. We're going to do our first roll and save on our Blue's Clues one. Let me get my D8 out here. That is it. Okay. I get so confused. All right. So let's see here. So our first is a 3. Let's go again. Oh, gosh. 3 and 8. So that's 11. I don't even know if I have $11. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I do. And we're going to do it. Because I rolled a second time because it was under 5. So there is that. Oh my word. Okay, so we have $2 left. And we're going to go ahead and put them in Bookish Mama Budgets because that's where we would be anyway. And we'll mark off this 2 right here. Okay, so there's that. And then we'll put our Clippy on our Otterific Savings Challenge. And I will try to remember to go the correct way next time. So let's put our dice away. And let's make sure we're going in the right direction here. Okay, so in the Faithful Dash, we put in $5, so I believe there's $50 in there now. In our You're Saving Harry emergency fund, we put in $28, so we're really close. We started this one from Bookish Mama Budgets today, and we added $12, which is awesome. In our Otterific Savings Challenge, I went the wrong way, but that's all right. We just want to make sure we hit every box twice. And we have $7 that we're putting in here today, which means we are at, and our Otterific Savings Challenge comes to us from Betty Budgets. That's with 2 S's. So we have 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, and $82. That one's going to be a good one for Miss Sadie Mae. In our B scratchers that I don't remember who they're from, we put in $6 today, and we had 5 in there, so we have $11. All right, this is from Plan to Save Designs, our Red Hot Chili Peppers. We put in $5 today, so we have 8 in there altogether, and that is a save 55. In our Rugrats Savings Challenge from Pansy Budgets, we ended up putting in $32. This one got more money than our emergency fund one. In our My New Pet, we found out today that our first pet is a hippo, and we're going to keep rolling until we get another pet, just so we can keep we can get as much money as we can in here. So we have $5, $10, $11, and $12 added to this. So we are now at 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 71, 2, 3, 4, $74. And then we finished our Thrifty 50 by Savin with Sam. We got to put that in the kids sports binder or envelope. But then we started this Blues Clues roll and save from Boss Babe Budgets, and we put in 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So fun. And we are not changing the category on that one. That one's going to stay kids sports, just so I can start saving up for either winter or fall or spring, because my son has decided that, or we've already signed them up for soccer for the fall. All right, I believe kids sports is in this binder. There it is. Okay, and we are adding 50. All right, so we should have 83. So we have 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. And when the next unstuffing happens, unfortunately, that's going to all come out because we paid for soccer. All right, which means we then get to put this into our July savings, because this is our last play and pay for July. We've done our last minis for July, and we get to add all this stuff up together when we do our end of the month video on Friday. All right, my friends, I hope that you had a lovely day. I hope that you continue to have a lovely week, and I hope that I will see you again on Friday at our end of the month video. I'll talk to you then. Bye.